I met Anita on a spin cycle bike at the local gym. It was very funny, actually. I had no idea how these things worked, and Anita came over and helped me out. After a little bit of internet stalking, she worked out what I did for a living, worked out I was a brand and marketing strategist, and asked me one day if I'd have a quick coffee with her because she was in need of some strategy. So my suggestion to her was to really build out an omnipresence across multiple platforms, particularly LinkedIn and Facebook, and to unpack her thought leadership and get that out there. Because the thing was, the way Quality Business Services deliver their leadership training, it's actually a little bit different to what the HR department thinks that they're looking for. So I work a lot with people that are in this zone where the solution looks like one thing and might be the one thing that people are typing into Google, but in fact, they've got a big missing piece in there, like a big knowledge gap. And our job as a service provider who provides the bigger, more holistic picture, like Quality Business Services does, really our job is to educate people on how we solve the whole picture holistically. So after working with Anita over the space of actually about 8 or 9 months, we created a number of things. A funnel and pipeline sort of setup. We also created an opt-in for a leadership skills audit that is now on her website. We know that when people download that, they're pretty keen to get some sort of leadership training. We did an entire brand setup for her. Whilst we didn't do the actual rebrand, she was happy with her logo and her color scheme. We did bring her website into sort of a more fresh design. And we set up that entire canvas, that brand system in Canva, so she was self-sufficient. We also did a lot of design in Canva, actually. We did her leadership skills audit. We did some brochures for her that she printed when she sponsored big leadership events across the country, and she'd take those brochures to the events. And we even printed her out some and designed her some new business cards that had a QR code to a landing page that can change and be adapted to whatever event she's attending, and she loved that little strategy. We also created her the 6 or 7 crucial email marketing sequences that would nurture her clients, because one thing that Anita didn't realize was that there is a lot of education and perspective shifting that she needed to do before with her ideal clients before they were anywhere ready to buy. Her leadership training is actually quite a high ticket priced item, and it does take some nurturing and some understanding and some perspective shifting for these people to actually come at that price. It's not a $500 training. So what I suggested to her was to actually create a number of smaller workshops that lead in to give people a taster of her team, the type of education she brings, and really understand her unique sales position and why that really is filling a gap for them. So there was a lot of education that was required. And I just absolutely love working with clients that have got unique thought leadership that we can unpack and put into our social media strategy and put into our website as our USP and that messaging positioning. So that is the end of the very epic part 1 of how we worked with Anita Cunningham of Quality Business Services. Soon we're going to post part 2, and you can watch how we continued to roll out that brand and that marketing strategy for her.